Welcome to another edition of the Matt Report. Filling in for Sean Bennett, I'm Rob Polinsky. He's Rocco Nushi with WEOL. And the Matt Report, as always, is brought to you by Cobos Insurance Center, your local Grange independent agent. We had a busy week of wrestling last week. On Thursday, the quads began in the Lorain County League, and it was Columbia over Firelands 39-29. Firelands over Brookside 36-30. Clearview won both their matches. They defeated Brookside 54-12 and Clearview over Columbia 54-30. A couple of notes from that. In the Columbia match over Firelands, it was at 105 pounds in Division II, one of the top sophomores in the state. He's ranked number 5. Ruben Pino Lorenzo had a 12-5 win over Colin Shockey, and Colin is a sophomore. He's ranked 10th in Division III. In that Clearview match over Columbia 54-30, Clearview won 9 of the first 10 matches to easily win that duel. In the Southwest Conference on the same night, Avon defeated Westlake 41-30. Ethan Sear at 145 pounds, believe it or not, had a pin in just 5 seconds. And it was Ty Doherty with the win at 113 pounds. At 132, Cale Saxton had a win for Avon in 57 seconds. He got a pin. And Mason Bingham at 285 pounds also had a major decision in that one to help the Avon Eagles. Berea Mid-Park defeated Avon Lake 44-23. Some of the highlights at 120 pounds, Michael Valerino with a pin for the Shoremen, along with Nathan Perry at 113. And at 170 pounds, Lucas Marconi also won by major decisions. In the Greater Cleveland Conference, an easy night for Elyria. They defeated Solon by a score of 61-15. Last weekend, the Southwest Conference had their conference tournament. Here to tell us about that is Rocco Nushi.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, that SWC tournament was a lot of fun. I've discussed that with Sean Bennett a good amount over the past couple weeks on the Wrestling Recap Show on WEOL. In this past weekend, again, that SWC tournament, no exception, some high-level competition, a lot of fun, and some great wrestlers earning themselves some titles. So you look at Avon's Cale Saxton, who Rob mentioned a little bit ago. He had some success, but we'll start with Avon Lake's Nathan Perry. He actually knocked off the number 2 seed, Avon's Ty Doherty, with a 5-2 win there. And Ty Doherty, the league's top seed, he was 13th in the state in Division I at 113 pounds, so a big win there again for Nathan Perry. Again, Cale Saxton, highest state-ranked wrestler in the gym, again at this SWC tournament. He's number 4 at 132 pounds in Division I. He won a pair of 11-3 major decisions before reaching the final, the title match against North Olmsted's Marty Shoreman. He wins that one 11-2, so Cale's 3rd straight SWC title. And he actually had some interesting comments that he made with Sean about this tournament. Maybe receiving some criticism about not as high level of competition as years prior, maybe not quite as intense as years prior, but Cale shot that notion right down, saying, no, this was a very intense competition, very good wrestlers coming out to compete, and ended up being a lot of fun this past weekend. All in all, the winner of this past weekend's SWC tournament, it was Olmsted Falls, so that's half of the points that you get there towards that final standings. Of course, the regular season standings playing the other half of the component there. So a big performance by the Bulldogs this past weekend at that SWC tournament, Rob.
Well, thank you very much, Rocco. And elsewhere, local winners, I should say county winners of championships at 106 pounds. Ryan Trowbridge of Amherst won the SWC championship at 126 pounds. Again, from Amherst, it was Noah Mendez. Champion at 220 from Amherst Steel, Lavelle Gibson. And at 285 pounds, you might know this name also from football, is Mason Bingham from Avon. So those were the champs in the county in the SWC. Rocco told you that Olmsted Falls won the championship. Avon finished 3rd. Amherst was 6th. Avon Lake 7th. Midview 8th. And North Vigil finished 9th in the SWC tournament. In the Columbia Invitational, which we had teams with Columbia, Norton, also Benedictine, Cuyahoga Heights, Western Reserve in Normandy. A big weekend for both Hayden Garrow and Cole Schulke of Columbia. They each went 5-0 for the Columbia Raiders on that tournament on Saturday. Firelands of Mark Papp, he went 3-1. He won all 3 of his matches by wins as they hosted Lutheran West, Mansfield Madison, Aurora, and Oregon Clay. So a big weekend for Firelands, Mark Cap, and for Columbia, Hayden Garrow and Cole Schulke. And now it's time, courtesy of Century 21, Mike Deanna Realty, for our top wrestlers of the week. And you probably know some of these names because we've been talking about them. Rocco, we mentioned, what a week for Cale Sexton. He's our top performer at 132. Also, Nathan Perry, I think, with that upset win
Yeah.
at 113 for Avon Lake. And as we mentioned, Hayden Garrow went 5-0 for the Columbia Raiders. Those are our Century 21 Deanna Realty top real wrestlers of the week.
Thank you, Rob. And we can go ahead now and take a look at some of our upcoming events this week. And again, a quick congratulations to those three wrestlers. Very good performances from them over this past week. The SWC will be in action tomorrow night, Thursday. There'll be Avon at Berea Mid Park, and Midview will be at Avon Lake in a pair of duels there. Non-conference action here in a tri-duel. Lorraine, Cuyahoga Falls, they'll be at Twinsburg. Have a quad meet in the Lorain County League, two of them, as a matter of fact. Firelands, Keystone, Columbia, all will be at Oberlin this Friday night. Brookside, Black River, and Wellington will also all be at Clearview. And in the GCC, Elyria will be at Brunswick. Quick look at Friday night, just one matchup here. Firelands at Napoleon in a duel there. And on Saturday, Avon will be at the Jesse Campbell Memorial Duels at Ashland Crestview. Should be a lot of fun there. Firelands will be at the Napoleon Duels. Columbia at the Howland Duels at Warren Howland. Elyria will be at the Oregon Clay Duels. And Elyria as well will be, Elyria and Vermilion, I should say, will be at the Jim McCumber Invitational at Rossford High. So a slate of events coming for you later this week and into the weekend as well. Should be a lot of fun with Lorain County Wrestling.
Well, thanks a lot, Rocco. Great job with that report. Want to remind everybody to listen on the radio. It's the weekly wrestling report, again, courtesy of our friends with Cobos Insurance and Century 21. Tom Evans will be pinch hitting for Sean Bennett. He'll be with Rocco. Those are Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock. So until next week, this is Rob Polinsky, Rocco Nushi, filling in for the Chronicle Telegram, Sean Bennett. We want to thank you for watching the weekly Matt Report. And again, it's brought to you courtesy of our friends at Cobos Insurance Center, your local Grange independent agent.